Hi friends, this video will showcase two important hacks which I feel that most of us need to know when handling the EVO ICL from Star Surgical Limited. The first hack is what to do when the ICL slips while loading it. The ICL has been placed within the loading dock of the cartridge. The special forceps is then used through the nozzle, holds on and grasps one end of the ICL. Then you have to move the cartridge backwards so that you have a pull-through maneuver where the ICL gets folded and pulled into the nozzle of the cartridge. But in so doing, sometimes it slips. Now, if the ICL has gone more than 1/3 of the way, then you really don't have to pull it back and reload it. Just use the plunger itself, the cotton plunger, and press down gently and push forward. This will cause the ICL to get nicely into the nozzle. Let's take a look at another case. I'm loading the lens. I'm using my finger to protect the lens from moving backwards. And then while creating the pull through, because the lens is so thin, I'm a little apprehensive. Therefore, I loosen my grip. So I don't have to pull out the lens and reload it. Just use the plunger, press down and then push forward. This will cause the ICL to get nicely into the nozzle. Let's see the same lens that is loaded like this being injected into the anterior chamber. The injection in the anterior chamber should be very gentle because we have to make sure that the opening that is seen on the haptic portion is to the right of the leading haptic. This means that the lens orientation is correct, and that is why as the lens is opening you see the perforation to the right, and this helps you to align the lens correctly. The second tip I like to give you is an easy way of explanting the ICL. While I explanted my first ICL, I looked at some videos on YouTube and I found that most of the surgeons were dislocating the implanted haptics first and then pulling out the lens. Of course, the entire ICL is so thin, it's a columnar material, it will come out to the 2.8 mm incision. Form the chamber with viscoelastic and then use a Sinskey hook, engage the perforation that is there, pull back the lens, just gently lift it up and let go. This will cause both the haptics to come out into the anterior chamber. Now once this happens, you fill the chamber with a little more viscoelastic, always methyl cellulose, to prevent post-op spikes in intraocular pressure. With the same hole, you pull back the ICL. You can see one of the haptics. You catch it with the intraocular forceps. You can also use a McPherson's forceps. Once you get hold of the ICL and you bring it out, using a hand over hand technique and two intraocular forceps or McPherson's forceps, you can simply pull out the entire ICL, and it's as easy as pie. Thank you for your attention.